Awesome. Cool. To kick things off, I'm going to let Brill go through some of the tech side since this is more of a marketing call, and then I will take over. So Brill, over to you.
Sure. So if you guys, for everybody that's logging in, and I mean, everybody, most people, if not all the people here, have signed up for accounts. If you log in, you'll see now the marketplace, the entire store's up and everything. You can start playing with it, but I'm just, don't start putting too much stuff in it just yet, because we've got one more round of mods to do on it to automate it for the whole question answer scenario that we've gotten a lot of feedback from advisors say this is kind of the way they need it to run business. So although it'll do like the learning stuff, the classes and all that kind of stuff right now, just don't load it up yet, because with this last mod, if it doesn't go right, we may have to make some adjustments. I hate for you guys to put in a little bit of work and then find out that we've destroyed it somehow by doing this last mod to it. So, but that system should be up early to mid next week. And so we'll do a whole video on just that. We also have what we're calling like the spiritual encounter part complete. It'll also be demoed full next week as well. That's the one with the cards, and we'll explain how sitting in there will help market people and what the point of it really is, and get down the fundamentals of how to use it, why to use it, and when to use it to help build your customer base. If that's something some people are interested in. I know some advisors aren't because they have a full, robust schedule already, which brings me to point 3. We're also in the middle of entering in right now, everybody that's logged in can see, and you can play with it. All the video calls, the chat, and all that stuff works. So again, you don't have to worry about putting your real prices and stuff in right now, because we're still modding that, because we're also going to have a page, another way to go, which would be like a flat monthly fee kind of thing. And with that, you'll have a completely custom website. You'll have auto emails going back and forth, a scheduling service, and the ability to flat charge customers if you work in that way, where you charge X amount per session. Because those are mods that we've been talking to, and Catherine, you know, we've been talking to people about exactly how they do that type of business. So there's still a few mods that we're working around with, but if you log in the back end, you can constantly see those being updated. So if you go into the back end of your back end to go to Marketplace, that's great. But don't get attached to it, because we will do videos when we get the rest of the pieces in as well. So although I guess what I'm saying is, as you log in, you're going to see all these extra things popping in and everything. It's fine to play with them. It's fine to then ask questions about them, but just know when we officially, like next week when I go over the official store officially with the mods versus the store we had, then you can really pay attention to it, because at that point, the store will be set up completely in the way that it doesn't just handle merchandise and classes, but it'll also handle question and answer scenarios. So it'll be a fully robust store specifically tailored to advisors and the needs of all the advisors. So log in, play with it, click around, ask all the questions you want. But when we start doing the finalized videos for things, like we have, like if you have questions on your profile, you know, we've done those in weeks past, like your profile, your referral links, how the referral system works. So we've been going through this sort of week by week. We're going to continue to do that now with the store, the spiritual encounters, and the different ways you can build custom web portals, custom stores. And if you don't have products, we also have a way to source products off the store. So if you want to sell whatever it is you want to sell, like crystals or this or that, the other, we'll have a way to make those things available to you guys where you can resell them through your store and make money. So all that stuff, just stay tuned for. Keep looking, keep asking questions. I know we get them, and that's great, because it also helps us sort of redirect what we want to do, because we're thinking about it in maybe one way, like the traditional online advisor platforms work, where that's not the way really everybody does work. So if you have a specialized way where you do work, start reaching out to us as well, because we're trying to make this the most comprehensive platform, whether you're charging for video calls per minute or per sessions, or you're doing some kind of specialty one-off thing, or you want to enhance like your customer base, or you want to start selling goods and services or classes or digital downloads or documentation or anything like that. So we have a lot of that stuff floating around right now. We have a pretty good roadmap of it, but we always want to hear from everybody else just in case there's other things we haven't heard that we'll try to loop into this thing. So that said, we will be doing next town hall meeting. We will be doing a video over the spiritual encounters, and we will be explaining when, why, and how to use that. And we will also be doing the full demo on the store, the marketplace, and what that's going to look like. So then those things could add to all the other things we've already demoed, and then we'll just keep moving forward. And I think the last thing that we have to put in is this new sort of system of building custom websites, custom stores, custom scheduling, auto emails, so everything can get automated for you guys. So that's it on the tech front. Again, any kind of questions, anything that you have suggestions for, please let us know, because that's how we're truly different too, is we're actually the builders of the platform. So you're in touch with the real group. So we can really take your suggestions and really implement that for the betterment of the entire industry, right? So we're kind of looking at you guys as kind of like, you know, the experts. We're just coders, and we're looking for you guys to say, yeah, this is great, except for XYZ. So we get a lot of that. We appreciate it. Keep it coming. And with that, I'll hand it over to Nathan for going over some different marketing things that we'll also be helping everybody with.
Awesome. Thank you, Brill. Yeah, Brill's definitely working on some amazing things. And like he highlighted, the customization of the website as well as developing your store are just some of the ways that we're planning on helping, giving you the tools to empower your business and ideally expand. So today, what we're going to be talking about are some of the marketing collaterals that we've created so far and that we're going to continue to create to help you guys share your referral links and build your referral network. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop open some information here. Let's go ahead and start with the social media carousel. So this is the social media carousel that individuals can post on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, etc., wherever you have a social space that you like to promote your spiritual advising or any of the service work that you do. This is basically just a brief explainer of what Estrella is, and there are ways to customize it with your referral link and your referral code. So if anybody needs access to this, I've shared the template link. If you don't have access, let me know and I can send you an email directly. And I can also help you edit it. So if you don't have access to Canva, or you are not comfortable using Canva or doing any slight graphic design, let me know. All I need is a profile picture and I can look up your code in the backend for your referral code. So happy to do that for anyone. This is basically going to be an asset that you use within your email follow-up chains. So like we talked about earlier, we've sent out over 400 leads already to all the advisors that have signed up. If you sign up within the first few set of advisors, we're sending out initial leads to you guys so you can have an initial list to reach out to with these emails. These are templates that we've crafted for you. And this is basically how you would use that Instagram carousel follow-up. Essentially, you post on your social media to drive awareness there and create a different medium of content. And then you share with your email leads the link. That way they can kind of navigate to Instagram. They can see your profile along with the piece of media and learn a little bit more about you. I would say what we're seeing the most success with right now is actually people that have been on the podcast and are leveraging their podcast episode as a point of contact. They're basically saying, hey, I was recently featured and interviewed by Danny. I think you'd be a great recommendation for their next guest. Can I put you in touch with them? Also, they have a small advisor group for the beta that's really making an impact. Listen here, this is the podcast episode that we created from one of our town halls. It's basically two individuals talking back and forth about the different benefits and aspects of Estrella. So really easy way to, one, learn a little bit more about the advisor reaching out, which would be you in the episode. And then two, a really easy way to listen and learn about the Estrella platform. So we've probably seen the most success so far with positive replies coming from this email outreach. So I encourage everyone that has an episode, definitely be using this.
And can I say something about this too, Nathan? So
Yeah,
right now, I mean, we just launched. How long ago did we launch the YouTube
here, let
channel?
me pull it up. Yeah, so we are running growth and awareness programs and campaigns on our YouTube channel. So I think maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, we were under 100 followers. Now we're at 5,000. And so we're consistently scaling the account right now. As you can see, a lot of videos went from 16 to 50 to over 1,000. So we're consistently publishing new content on our channel. And this is a great way that we're trying to build a content distribution platform that will help you guys get your voice out there. So,
And I think
go
the
ahead.
higher the subscriptions get, the more people are going to be approaching to be on the channel, right? Because the whole point of this is for advisors to get there and to get people to watch it. I think the projection is by the end of this month we'll be close to, if not over, 20,000 subscribers, which is a lot of people to get your message in front of. So I think as it grows, so what I guess the point is that you should get those emails out early and you should get them going soon, because as he'll explain to you, those will be leadways into getting them to register under your name as the referral as you build your referral network. There's been videos and reasons for that. We'll talk more about that on another town hall for those who have missed it. But because there's going to come a day, probably within the next 60, probably 90 days, worst case scenario, because if we keep trending the way that we are expecting to trend, in that 60 or by in the 90 days, we should be well over 50,000 monthly subscribers that are watching videos. And then we'll have, the way it works is we'll have an influx of people coming directly to us asking us to be on the show, because there's so many viewers, right? So now's a great time to get it done as we're growing these viewers, because as we do grow more and more viewers, as you can imagine, more and more people will find us naturally and try to approach us to ask us to be on the podcast. So I just want to put that out there. Back to you. Sorry.
Tim or Dan or whoever.
Yeah, Catherine, I saw you on mute.
I'm just thinking about, poor Danielle, like, how is she going to interview all these people in a reasonable time period?
I'll tell you why. And Danny can speak for this, but I'll tell you why. And Danny, you can tell him, but that's because Danny is a rock star. Danny,
well, we know that.
how are you going to be able to do it, Danny? You're going to interview all these people for us or what? And you're on mute, Danny.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. Catherine, hi.
Hi, sweetie.
I'll do it. I think for me, I just need to know ahead of time so I can set my schedule. But to be honest, I have truly enjoyed doing it. Every guest that I've had has been incredible. It has been such a rewarding experience for me to have the opportunity to sit with all of you and to get to know you all better. So it's been an enjoyable experience. I actually am excited to interview more. So yes, I'll get it done.
Okay, girl.
And we're honestly thinking for an ongoing schedule, anywhere from every week to every 2 weeks, that we'll be releasing an episode. So just as Brill mentioned, as we start to continue to gain in popularity, the opportunity to get interviewed sooner will start to diminish. So the fact that everyone on this call has already been interviewed, this is a great point to leverage in your personal branding and your business. As we continue to grow, you'll be one of the first guests that have been on the podcast, so you can use that as a little notch in the belt. And we're more than willing to have anyone come back on the podcast, especially to continue conversations, show our gratitude and appreciation for everybody that's trusted us in the beginning. So yeah, we're definitely hoping that this continues to spiral into one of the dominant voices in the industry. Honestly, just as an open platform for conversation about this industry. We're not trying to make it a specific advertising channel or dominate a conversation a specific way, or share a specific message. We really just want to make this an open platform for everyone to speak on their specific expertise. So that's what we've been working on the YouTube side, and we'll continue to grow there, and it'll expand out to our other social channels. So jumping back into the email templates, one thing that we've done to really improve the professionalism and overall style of the emails is we've created email signatures for people. And these are basically for any advisor that wants access. We've shared a Canva template. I will share it again with everybody on the call just so they have access. But basically, this is something that you would add to your outreach emails to look more professional. Here's an example of what it looks like for Catherine. And so for anyone that's not familiar, an email signature is, let me actually pull up the test email. So as you can see in this email, it looks very plain, very boring. There's nothing at the bottom, your name. If we were to go in and update our email signature, it'll just look a little bit more styled, professional, and clean. So I'm going into settings on Outlook. I'm typing in signature, email signature, and this is where I can add my specific view. Let's go here. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Boom. I'm going to hit save, and it's saved there. Cool. So now, whenever I start a new message or reply, at the bottom of my email, you'll see this nice little design. Let's go ahead and start a new email, and boom. So this is what will be at the bottom of the emails. It just looks a little bit more professional, and it looks like you guys are a part of the team, which you absolutely are. So if anybody needs access to this or needs help editing it, let me know. I will create it for you and send it to you as a PNG file, and you can save that directly to your email. It's super easy to add this signature as well. As you can see, I did it on Outlook. We can also do it through Gmail as well for anyone that needs. And so earlier this week, we were discussing with some advisors that have a local business network that they would like to take advantage of. Now, what exactly is this local business network? Well, they have access to coffee shops, bookstores, crystal stores, and they were wondering what would be a really good way for them to connect Estrella with those stores. And so we've devised a plan where basically we're going to be creating these little poster card flyers or little advisor flyer cards that could be left at the front desk register. Now, this is great in two senses. One, you're going to get foot traffic for new clients that are coming in that are obviously looking for potentially spiritual services. And then two, since most of these areas are also where advisors visit, you'll also find other advisors within your area that'll look to you as a local expert and potentially join the platform through your referral link. So you have two areas of traffic to come in by doing this. So we're going to be creating these printable flyers, and we'll be able to customize them for you. Also, for anyone that doesn't have access to let's say a local print shop or isn't comfortable with that, we through Canva can print things for you. So if you would like, 50, 25, 105 print out flyers, we can basically just send you a quick PayPal invoice. You'll send us the cash. We'll go through and we'll send it directly to whatever your billing address is. So you don't have to worry about anything. We can design it for you. We can print it for you. We can ship it to you. All you have to do is basically wait for it to arrive and share with your local stores. Catherine, I see, was that clapping or hand up?
Clapping.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
No, all good, all good. I just want to make sure I got it. No, and then so the other way that this is beneficial for your local business network is, remember when Brill was talking about the online store that will be available on everyone's profile? Well, at first it's going to be for digital products. So if you have a retreat, an in-person meeting that you do, or let's say an event that you're throwing, but you sell online tickets to attend that, that's probably going to be your first step, or even online courses, for example. That's going to be your first step into the online store. But where we will be moving to very quickly is the ability to send physical products. And the reason that connecting with local stores is going to be good is because some of them already have a wholesale or distribution channel, meaning that the way we're going to set up the physical product side of our store is we're going to make it very much like how I just explained this Canva. No advisor is going to need inventory on hand. They'll be able to look through a pre-approved list of suppliers for different products. It could be candles, it could be crystals, it could be different tarot card or spiritual devices and items. So we are going to be connecting with those distributors, and we are willing to give a % commission on the profit from the entirety of that wholesaler if you connect us to them. So an example of how that would work, you know, this advisor knows a local crystal store that is the biggest in Texas. She's going to go there. She's going to speak with them. She's going to connect the crystal store to us to distribute and sell their product. Now, any advisor on our platform that sells those crystals, there's going to be a small markup that the Estrella platform bakes in before giving it to the advisor. That small commission is going to be shared with you. So you will not only have the opportunity of selling the crystals yourself and not having to worry about the inventory, you also get a % of the sales that all advisors use and sell for these items and products. So really, really lucrative option here. Obviously, it's going to be very limited. We're not going to have, you know, 2,000 crystal suppliers. We'll probably have a handful. So definitely going to have some first mover advantage here. Start thinking laterally or differently in your local area as to maybe some different product brands or product stores that could be helpful. I would say we're really looking for the medium-sized mom and pop shop. Like obviously we don't want Target, but we don't want so small that they can't keep up with demand. So just some things to consider. This will be rolling out next week, so look out for that email. I'll be sharing that with everyone. And then last but not least, I do have some older waitlist creators flyers that we made for a magazine ad. I'm going to be sharing this with everyone. Basically, I thought it could be a really easy way for individuals to create a more landscape view. For example, if you already have an existing website, this could be a great place to list some benefits of where you're listed, or if you know anybody that has digital media where you could place this. Just going to be sharing this. It's just a helpful ad, nothing too major here. But that's everything that we're working on right now. If there's anything specific that any of the advisors need in the terms of media, messaging, materials, please let us know. That's what we're here for. I'm here to create all the assets for you that you'll need. And like I've said in previous meetings, and will continue to say, eventually all of this is going to be in the Mystical University, where it will be super easy to access. It's all going to be in one place. You don't have to go fishing around for different emails and things like that. So we are going to streamline all of this. It's a work in progress, but you're seeing it in motion. So with that, I'm going to stop the share there. I'm going to turn it over to anybody. If anyone has any questions for the development side, any technical questions you might have about your profile or how it works, or any of the marketing questions.
And I have
So
one thing. I want to say one thing before they get the questions about something that was recently brought to my attention from a couple of the advisors, and want to see if it's something that we potentially want to add. Some of the advisors, it turns out, have retreats that they do, right? And so they want to host retreats, do retreats. So I've got sort of the layout of how that would all happen. So we can add that to the platform so people can put in the retreat, the location, the date, time, how many tickets, and then they could sell the tickets to the retreat through Estrella's store, their own store. And then wherever they're having the retreat, they can sort of, you know, scan people in and out with the QR code they get, which would be their ticket. So how many people, I've heard it from a couple people, but on this call, how many people would find something like that useful as well? Because I'm trying to figure out whether that's something worth putting in, right? If we have enough use case for it.
Mm-hmm. So a thumbs up from
I
Catherine
would,
for sure.
Brill. I definitely would. At this point, at the moment, the only retreat I have is annually. This is our 6th year running, and this past November is the first year we sold out, like days after we ended the last retreat, a year ahead.
Congrats.
So thank you. So that's one retreat. It's only yearly, but there are definitely workshops and classes throughout the year that we use, like, you know, Eventbrite for, or I use Venmo or whatever for people to buy tickets. And it would be really nice to bring my local retreat, you know, like workshop students and class students that I do in person to be able to sign up here, you know, because then they get to see the site and all the rest of it.
Yeah, plus all your stuff ends up in one place instead of all over the place for you
Yeah.
guys. But it does help with marketing too, because the more people can come to your site and see the product, services, and everything that you got going on, obviously, the better for everybody. So
Right.
that's good feedback. Yeah, and that's what everybody was saying. A lot of them, I say retreat, but a lot of people did say they had workshops that they did run, or some people said they would love to run them, but really didn't have like the infrastructure or understand to use like an
Yes.
Eventbrite or how to do it. You know what I mean?
Right. And for me, that's the Zoom platform. I've done everything in person and I would love to start teaching more nationally on Zoom. So that's a direction I'm heading in.
Yeah. So
Right.
all right. So there could be physical and virtual work
Workshops.
workshops and even maybe events or whatever that.
Yeah, events, classes. I mean, I'm a medium too. Mediums do galleries online all the time. A gallery of people sign up on Zoom and they're sign up from all over the country and bring messages that way. So
Okay, good to know.
classes, trainings, all kinds of stuff. Mentorship.
I agree with Katrin. This is Guy here, Bill. I totally agree with her. I think that would be quite a good asset for us to have that possibility of having something to offer that way to our people.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you, Katrin, for
You're
bringing
welcome,
that
Bill.
up.
I've seen your
Yeah.
name for years. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
Nice
funny
to meet you
how
too,
much
yeah.
everybody knows each other.
And
Everyone
Nicole
keeps
too.
commenting on how they've seen each other in the past. So it's
Yeah.
cool that you guys are all getting together now.
Yeah.
I just want to say that I am really thankful to be a part of this and to know all of you. And I'm so excited for what's coming in the spiritual world because it's time for you all to start capitalizing on your hard work. And I just don't feel that you guys have been appreciated enough throughout the years. And we're all really humbled to be able to present these opportunities to you all. So thank you.
No, amazing words. Thank you, Danny.
Thank you, Danny.
Yes, thank you,
You're
Danny.
making it possible, sweetie.
You're gonna be busy, guys. Oh goodness.
That is the goal. We hope you guys are 3 times as busy as us. That's kind of the plan here. So with our initial advisor group, we definitely appreciate all the feedback that's been coming in. As you can see, our continued attendance is going to grow. So I know the beta was probably scheduled to end in the next, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. So we will see if that timeline still holds. We may extend to continue to get feedback from you guys, just depending on how that development goes. So if anyone has any new, different, unique ideas on how we can make your life easier in this industry, please let us know. You never know what the best idea could come from. So if you think it, say it. You never know where it could turn into.
Yes, thank you, Nathan.
Thank you, guys. I got to bolt. I have an appointment in 1 minute.
Yeah, no, not a problem. We appreciate your time so far.
Thank you
think,
so much.
yeah,
In fact, you
absolutely.
guys you're killing it. You're covering everything. I'm really impressed. You're doing really well.
Thank you so much. We couldn't do it
Thanks,
without you
guys.
guys.
Ciao.
Thanks,
Bye,
Catherine.
Katrin.
Bye,
Bye.
Catherine.
Awesome. So with that, does anybody else have any other questions? If not, I'll give you guys some time back in your day. We like to keep this hour blocked out just for the constant Q&A. So Shanti, I know you're a new face. Welcome. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Shanti.
Thanks for inviting me. Hey,
Hi,
hey,
Shanti.
gang.
Yes. I'm so happy you're here.
Oh, thanks, Danny. I just saw the interview. That was so fun to watch.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I'm really excited to be a part of this group and for the possibilities here. Thank you for including me.
Yeah, not a problem. It is our pleasure to have you, and we welcome you.
Something I want to add here is I want to thank you guys because you've done a wonderful job at putting all together in a very short period of time, all that supporting materials that you provided to us. That's amazing. I was very impressed. It's very professional. And you're so involved with the group here in that business. So that it's going to be a big success. That's for sure. For
Well,
us and
yeah.
for the people.
well,
No,
that's good for you
absolutely.
guys too, right? I mean, we know what we know, and more importantly, we know what we don't know. And I think that's the key, you know, and that's where you guys all come in to really help us put this together in a way, because we can look around, see what everybody else is doing and do that. But there's problems with what everybody else is doing, and that's the feedback. And whether it's, we've heard it all, whether it's how it's rated or how they get on the front page or how they're getting paid or how there's a lot of problems with it. But unfortunately, that was the status quo. So with all you guys, we could actually address that. And that's what's going to make it big, is we're solving a lot of problems for the industry, right? And that's because of you guys, you know.
No, 100%. And I'd like to add on to that as well. After this beta is over as well, this group does not end. What you guys will turn into is more of like an advisory expert group. So we'll be coming to you for different feedback, feature advancements, help with building out the educational tools. So I don't want to feel like the beta coming near to the end is the end of us. We'll actually be continuing this and upscaling you guys in the team and community. So looking forward to all the future relationship building that we'll do then as well.
Good. Excellent.
Awesome. Well, with that, I will give everyone some time back in your day. I appreciate you spending this 33 minutes with us. And if anybody has any questions, please let us know. I'm going to be ending the recording here, and I will be posting it to you.